Hey, Mike, make sure everyone has brown gloves. Does everyone have brown gloves? Oh, dude.
The official intro. That's Mike Shank and Mark Borchardt from American Movies.
You think I don't know?
I'm saying that. I'm kind of putting that out there so the Dan-Ans can know that. Can you close that door? We
I
always have
just
this door
sat
closed.
down.
Yeah, well, you should have known to close the goddamn door. And when you come back, I'm going to need you to vamp. You did so well last week. I need you to vamp so I can go through and promote. I can get the link out there. You know what I'm saying?
Don't patronize me.
I'm not patronizing you.
You know, it would help if, like, there was a chat that I could look at while I was vamping, while you're doing all of this.
No one's here yet. We just started.
Then why do I have to say anything?
Because when people click this video after we're not live anymore, if we sit here for a minute and a half quiet, God damn it, you ruined the whole thing.
Double meanings.
What?
Double
What does that
entendres. I don't know.
Is that a league reference?
I don't know. What do you think about my hair?
I don't know. I can't see it right now. I have to promote.
Well, you've been seeing it all day.
You got a haircut.
I got a haircut. You didn't say anything.
Mm-hmm. Tell the Dan-Ans about your haircut.
I got a nice haircut. Ian was talking shit about my hair. He said it was too swoopy last week. I kept having to mess it up, but I think it's pretty good now. I got it's much shorter. Last time I got a haircut, see, I didn't get it cut short enough, so it got long really fast, and it just bugged me. So I just was really in the mood to really go real short with it this time. You know? You ever had that feeling? You're giving it, okay. I was talking.
This is your time.
Okay, well, I thought you could give me a yes or no answer.
Sure.
So it's like 10:14. Raw tonight ended pretty quickly on time. It went like 5 minutes over, which is unlikely, or not unlikely, but unusual. Because I feel like normally they go like recently they've been going like 15 minutes over.
Mm-hmm. That's out of the norm. They usually end at like 10:05.
Really?
10:08 is when I would say they usually.
Well, it ended. It ended pretty early tonight. But you almost done there?
See any movies lately? Just talk.
I watched Foxcatcher.
How'd you feel?
It was good. I liked it. Great performances by Starve Carl and Chomber Tangan. That's Channing Tatum, if you didn't know. And the Hulk was in that movie too. I guess it's pretty inaccurate, I've been reading, but when I go into a movie that's based on a true story, you have to understand you're probably watching fiction anyways. And the story they presented was good. So I was talking to my dad about this. I feel like sometimes when they there was a movie that came out a few years ago called The Master. Mm-hmm. It was basically about the beginning of Scientology with Philip Seymour Hoffman was in it. He was basically playing L. Ron Hubbard, who founded Scientology. But they didn't use his name. They didn't call him that. You know, there wasn't real people's names.
What'd they call him?
I don't remember. That's just a different name.
I haven't seen that movie yet, but I do intend to watch it.
But that's my point. Is I feel like
we got a thumbs down already.
Yes.
I think we can move into the wrestling talk. It's all right. We've been vamping. You've been vamping. You've been carrying it for a couple minutes. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So let's get into it. What was our first segment this time?
Oh, the opening segment.
Yeah, of course. That's what I'm talking about.
It was the opening.
Culture Personality says motherfucking Sting, which we will
Spoilers.
get to. It's not a spoiler. The title is Sting Saves Orton.
No, people who watch this for a recap want to wait till the end to know what happened.
It already happened. We're kind of filling them
in. So the opening segment, Rollins and
Giuseppe says you're talking about one of his very favorite films, by the way.
It was great. It was really good.
Giuseppe, listen to the next podcast. His name was Lancaster Dodd, by the way.
Oh, The Master.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll talk about The Master. Tell you what, I'll watch it before we record the next one, and then we'll talk about it on
the podcast. You don't have to.
The 616 Entertainment Podcast, which goes live every Wednesday.
You're kind of held to it now. So. My point there was that I think they should if they're gonna change so much stuff about the story, they should change the characters' names and not claim that it's a sort of story. But it's fine. The opening segment, Rollins is in the ring with the rest of the Authority.
He's got that big old Kane boy.
The JJs, the Canes,
he's got
the big boys.
The big show boy.
Lots of big boys. Big boys, small boys, all types of boys in the ring. He's whining because he's saying that Randy Orton betrayed him.
He turned his back on all the gifts that the Authority had given Randy Orton.
Ironic. What a surprise. Him whining about being betrayed.
I just love this because for the Danians who may or may not know, Max Landis, writer of Chronicle, he's got like 5 movies coming out this year, put out a video today called Wrestling Isn't Wrestling. And it details, it chronicles, if you will, Triple H's career from inception as Hunter Hearst Helmsley all the way up until just last year. And in the video, there's a whole bunch of overacting and everything, and it's really funny. And as we were watching this promo, I'm like, all the overacting that Max purposely put in Wrestling Isn't Wrestling is being shown right here on Raw for real. Like, all these guys who have seen this bullshit happen time after time, who have pulled this bullshit time after time, are still in the ring going like, how could he have done this to us after all the things we did for him? Like, it never even crossed the Big Show's mind as a possibility that maybe Randy was actually upset.
It's not trustworthy.
No, not at all.
No, he's just a trusting man.
But
he's a trusting dad.
I love that the two little guys who are completely not relevant at all. Joey Mercury and Jamie Noble, J&J Security, are the only 2 who saw this coming. Like, they totally knew this was going to happen.
Absolutely.
And so my favorite part of this whole promo is Jamie gets on the microphone. And he was like, Seth, now I know I'm considered the secret weapon of the Authority. Which, to me, I just laughed my fucking balls off.
Because I was, they're Seth's bodyguards. They've never been successful at bodyguarding.
All they do is get
all.
beat up.
Yeah. They don't do.
They're not
completely
bodyguards.
useless.
They're a distraction.
They're completely useless.
So whoever is writing this shit, where Joey Mercury has this gimmick now to where the microphone comes to him, and he's got something to say, and hold on. No, just take it. And he ends up not saying anything. Like, last week was the first time we saw that, and this week they hand him the microphone, and he's looking around. I'm like, don't say anything. Please don't say anything. And he didn't.
Yeah.
And that made me so fucking happy.
That's awesome. They're so fucking funny.
I don't know if the Danians can tell by my voice, but I kind of feel like shit right now.
So
you know what I mean?
I don't care.
I was feeling like shit at work today. I was like all dizzy and shit. You know what I'm saying? Coulter says, True Detective backwoods where you came from. Yes. I didn't hear that the first time. It took the recap for me to hear that line, and I fucking loved it. Seth Rollins referencing True Detective to me, that's like my worlds like colliding, and then they crack. Like,
it's more knuckles. Like this.
They intertwine.
They intersect. And fuck.
I don't know about that.
Your worlds were fucking.
Joey Mercury not saying anything to me is hilarious.
Yes,
I love
Don't
that.
talk.
I want that to continue.
Keep your fucking mouth shut, Joey Mercury.
So this promo ends. We've got AJ versus Nikki.
Well, let's not, because that's not all that happened. A match is officially accepted by both parties
for tonight
and WrestleMania.
Yeah, but tonight they're gonna fight.
Yes, but also at WrestleMania, it's official now. Nikki and AJ.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So here's the first thing I wrote down. When is the last time the Divas were wrestling? There was a commercial break, and when the break was over, they were still in the ring.
This is by far one of the longest Divas matches.
That has not happened in a long goddamn time, as far as I can remember.
We didn't time it this time like we've been, but it was a long time. Because including the commercial break, because they are wrestling during the time, it was a long time, like over 10 minutes probably.
I do not like Booker T on commentary. I don't think he's good at that job. But when he says some golden shit like he did tonight, like, let me tell you something, Cole. I don't think Paige and AJ are going to be able to get along because women hate each other. And then Cole and JBL are like, whoa, Booker, I don't think you should say that. He's like, nah, my wife told me in the Divas locker room, all they hate each other. And they're like, Book, we're trying to get you out of hot water. He goes, they hate each other. He would not let that shit go. He was like, my wife told me.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I definitely prefer Booker to King.
Yeah, I think I do too, just because I don't think King really ever in the last couple of years hasn't lent anything to the commentary
not at
team.
all.
Where Booker T, every once in a while, I don't think he's good, but every once in a while he's going to say some shit that's going to make me laugh.
Yeah.
And that I'm okay with.
So this is something personal between us.
Mm-hmm.
Last week we've been making deals with who we get to take on dates every week.
Yeah.
So last week it was you got Bree and AJ.
And I took them to the movies, and then I figured we would see something that we didn't enjoy very much, and then we'd go home and watch Big Hero 6.
And then I get last week I got AJ and Nikki.
And where'd you take them?
The park.
Mm-mm.
And we
And you pushed them on swings.
we
which I
took
thought
a
was
walk.
weird.
It's playful. It's friendly.
I
They
don't know.
pushed me on the swing together.
That's fucking weird.
I don't think so. We played on the jungle gym. I fell.
Did you
they caught
make
me.
little kids? They caught you.
Yeah.
They're probably stronger than you are.
Oh, of course. And combined, like, come on.
You fell off the monkey bars, and Nikki caught you in like the rack attack thing, and you were like, "Don't do it!" And she was like, "Oh, my instincts. I was gonna murder you."
Yeah. And
So
we
then
won.
this week we decided to take different girls on different dates.
We just totally switched it.
Yeah.
So I get AJ and Bree this week.
You don't get them.
I
You
take
have,
them on a date.
you have the
Yeah,
privilege
yeah,
of taking
yeah.
them. On a date.
I don't. No disrespect.
So who am I
mean,
taking on a date?
Nikki and Paige.
Nikki and Paige.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where are you gonna take them?
I think I'm gonna take Nikki and Paige. I don't think Nikki would enjoy this, but this one's for Paige. We're gonna go to the Galloping Ghost Arcade, which is
cool.
in Brookfield, Illinois. Great arcade. It's $15 down. You get to play free games all fucking night. They're open till 2 in the morning. Paige looks like the kind of girl who I can say, "Yo, you want to beat the Ninja Turtles game together all the way through?" And she'd be like, "Yeah." And then Nikki would be somewhere else doing some bullshit. And then later on, we'd go find Nikki. She'd be kind of upset. Like, "Why'd you take me here? This isn't really the bullshit I'm into." So we'd be like, "What do you want to do?" And she'd be like, "Some other shit."
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't want to do it, but I would. She's a nice girl. She deserves to have a nice time.
Yeah.
You know?
She probably want to get like a smoothie or something.
Yeah. You know how this night ends?
Banging.
No. Oh, well, it may be, but I just figure I drive them both home. We had a good night, and I'll see him next week with a new deal.
I'm gonna take.
I want these to sound like as lame teenage dates as possible.
I'm gonna take Bree and AJ to the Shed Aquarium
Oh.
because I don't like. I have a moral dilemma with zoos, but fish are stupid. They don't know that they're not in the ocean.
Nah, fuck a fish.
So, and they're pretty. I like when you walk underneath the tunnel of fish.
I don't think Bree would enjoy the aquarium.
Well,
And I think AJ would be bored. I think AJ would be like, "Why didn't you take me to a comic book shop, you fucking loser?"
well,
Like, you think, oh, all girls want to go see zoo bullshit.
I didn't say zoo. I hate fuck the zoo.
I don't
Everybody likes fish, man.
except anyone who goes to an aquarium, because you don't even feel bad about their life.
I like looking at them, and I like saying "fuck you." Fish.
This was a pretty good match. I enjoyed it. It was a little sloppy, but what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
AJ's got a pretty good spinning back kick. Her technique is dog shit, but as far as wrestling goes, it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't really understand the finish. Like,
What happened?
Paige
again?
walks over
know,
and says to Bree, "Don't get involved in bullshit." And then Bree basically smashes her face. And then AJ's like, "Oh," and then Nikki murders AJ.
Yeah.
Like, it kind of just made AJ look stupid. Like, "Oh, what's going on over there?" And then she gets broken in half.
Why did AJ have the accent?
She was thinking like, "Oh, my friend talks like this."
You sound like you're from London. Go get the
man.
mints.
Now go get the mints. Is your friend from England? No, he just talks like that sometimes.
He's stupid.
From here, we got Kane and the Big Show backstage.
And Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen. What are they talking about?
Robin.
Hey, Coulter, some fucking dingaling gave us a thumbs down already. Even that shit out. Hit us with a thumbs up. For anyone who's watching this right now, we do this every week after Raw. So, like, share, subscribe. You'll be up to date with all this bullshit. Unless you're Giuseppe, who doesn't even have a Twitter. So when we go live, I have to text him and say, "Hey, we're live."
Yeah. I think the guy who thumbs down it didn't like Foxcatcher.
I just think he doesn't like me.
Why?
Because I posted the link out.
Maybe
Did you post the link
he
out?
doesn't like me. No, not yet.
Did you post the link out?
Well, we tweet.
Do that shit, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I was busy.
So you don't have any coverage on Twitter. So what you should do is post the link on Facebook.
I got some coverage on Twitter. You never know.
I think we do know.
I got like 30 followers.
So we got Kane and Big Show backstage.
Still gonna tweet it. You're always telling me tweet, and then I say I don't have.
Yeah,
any
to gain followers with the hashtag Raw. You got to be a businessman, dog. You know what I'm saying?
What's going on?
We got Kane, Big Show, and Rollins backstage. Last week, Kane and the Big Show got sent home. And Stephanie was like, oh, you guys got to go home because you don't know how to be monsters and win anymore.
Yeah.
So they went home. I figured maybe they'd get repackaged. They'd at least be off TV for more than a goddamn... They weren't off TV at all.
No,
because they were there last week, and now they're there this week.
Right.
So really, this accomplished nothing. But so I just wrote down why. Why did they even do that last week when they're already here this week? And then the other thing I wrote down is Kane on the microphone. When it's down to it, that motherfucker can cut a promo.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
A lot better than a lot of dudes can. If you go back to Kane's world title reign that he had when he was basically, it was him versus Undertaker on SmackDown. That was like the main shit. I want to say it was 2009 into 2010. Kane, this was at the time he was cutting this, he was doing this like devil's favorite demon gimmick. Right. Where like every time he would cut a promo, the lights would turn red in the entire arena.
That's cool.
And he would just stand in the ring and he would cut these fucking like 7-minute promos. And they were just so goddamn good. They were fucking awesome. Kane's underrated on the mic.
I think, yeah, I miss that era. I didn't see that, but I think from what I know of him, he's a good micer.
Coulter says, why am I the only one talking? Well, first of all, Steve is at a rock and roll show, so he's not going to be here tonight. Second of all, Coulter, post this shit out. Get the link everywhere. Because without Steve, who is our community manager for Raw Talks Live, we got to get coverage on Twitter. We got to get coverage on Facebook. We got to get coverage on the boards. We got to get coverage on Reddit. You know, that fills up the chat, and that has more people watching. Yeah, I'm saying. So that's what I had to say about this Kane and Big Show bullshit. Backstage.
Well, and then, I mean, the implication is that
these boys were angry and they went home.
They were mad at Seth Rollins.
Yeah. Sam Rannon does not... We got to stop using bullshit names. Kane and Big Show basically both told Orton, fuck you.
Yeah.
You're being a whiny little C word, and we're not going to be in your corner tonight.
Yeah.
So then we went on to Ryback versus Miz, as far as I'm aware.
We did.
Nothing happened in this match. Ryback won. The only thing that mattered happened afterward. M1 Biggie Mac says, loved those Kane promos. I did too. Those shits were so good.
Mm-hmm.
I was not watching for this time period because, in my opinion, WWE from 2008 to 2011 was complete dog shit, and I stopped watching for like 2.5 to 3 years. But I would keep up with the news and keep up with all the big things that was happening. And when I saw that Kane was cutting these promos, I would watch them, and they were so fucking good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, Ryback beats Miz.
Mm-hmm.
It was a really quick match, and Mizdow is standing on the outside. Heideker's like a motherfucker.
Now explain to the Dan-Dans what a Heidecker is.
So if you don't know what Heidecker is, it comes from Tim and Eric.
Awesome show. Great job.
Great job. Tim Heidecker is a great faceman.
You can't use Tim and Eric references when describing Tim and Eric.
He makes a lot of great faces.
Yeah.
And he's got one specifically that's kind of like this.
Yeah.
And there you go. And Mizdow made a not an over the top Heidecker, but he Heideckered for sure.
He was Heidecker.
I wish I took a picture of it on the screen.
I recorded it. I DVR'd it.
I know, but I wish I could show it.
Well, you fucked up.
I fucked up.
So he Heideckers, and then Mizdow gets in the ring.
He tries to like fan Miz to wake him up.
He's feigning some sort of like, oh, I care about the Miz bullshit. Just like, oh, come on, buddy, wake up. You know, I'm here for you. And then the Miz gets up like a sore butthead loser and nails him with the skull-crushing finale, which is the worst finisher name of all time.
Yeah, he gives him a move.
That's what you wrote down, isn't it? Miz gives Sandow a move.
Throws a move on him there.
TNA Jeff Hardy 13, a.k.a. Bart, a.k.a. Saint, a.k.a. whatever goddamn name he's going by this week, has joined us, and I'm glad he's joined us. He says that former WWE champion losing all the time. I'm not sure who he's talking about. Miz? Probably Miz,
so, yeah.
So we were just talking about Miz. Yeah, he loses all the time, and he probably should, because I don't think Miz is very good, and I don't think a lot of people like the Miz. And I think this whole angle is leading towards Sandow going over on Miz
Absolutely.
and getting rid of the Mizdow bullshit.
For sure.
Culture Personality says Matt Hardy loves grapes, which you don't understand. But later tonight, I want you to go home and YouTube Matt Hardy grapes.
I'll look it up tomorrow.
You will be in a world of just joy that you've never experienced.
This show usually goes pretty late, so I don't have time.
That's on you, dog. You know what I'm saying?
I'll do it tomorrow. That's cool. I'll get there.
From here, Cena and Rusev got to sign a contract. You know what I'm saying? Because apparently there needs to be a contract signed for every match.
That's a big one.
But only some of them happen in front of the camera.
Yeah.
First thing I noticed in this segment had nothing to do with Cena or Rusev. I noticed that Michael Cole has lost a lot of weight. And he looks really good.
I didn't notice
that. If you rewind like a year or two.
Was he fat before?
He was borderline.
He was like skinny
his
fat?
face was all like puffed out and he had like a gut on him. To where if you go back to like 1999, Michael Cole, he looked like a Backstreet Boy. That's what The Rock always said.
I remember seeing something on the WWE network, and you're like, that's Michael Cole. And I'm like, that he looks like a fucking dope.
Coulter says, what a second. He fucked that up. Artist got a haircut, didn't he?
I talked about it at the beginning of the show. You missed it.
Why didn't you model your haircut a little bit?
I got a beard. Man,
I got a beard.
I'm looking so fucking good right now. Yeah, I'm so fucking hot. It's fucking not even funny.
You know, Giuseppe calls you Arn Anderson.
Yeah, why? Help me understand.
You got to ask Giuseppe.
Text Ian and tell me why I'm Arn Anderson.
The first time he told me that, he goes, the artist is the Arn Anderson of your Four Horsemen. I go, who am I? He goes, I don't know, but that's Arn Anderson.
Okay.
I was like, oh, what character do I get? This is fun. And he's just like, no, fuck you. That's Arn Anderson.
I know who Arn Anderson is.
Mm-hmm.
He looks like somebody's dad.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sorry, I don't know really much about him.
Yeah.
I don't know about his character, what his thing was.
Bart says your hair fell out.
That's not how hair falls out. It doesn't, like, half of it. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
It doesn't just break in half.
No.
That's not really how that works.
Obviously. I got a fucking beautiful head of hair, though.
Yeah.
Come on, look at this shit.
Would you fuck you?
I'd fuck me.
What thing I wrote down here, in all caps, not that you can read any of my chicken scratch, was finally.
Don't be.
John Cena is finally talking about how important the U.S. title is. And why are we letting this big fucking Russian brute who's a cocksucker
Represent us.
hold our U.S. title? He represents all of us. Yeah. I've been asking for this for fucking like half a year at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, 2 weeks before WrestleMania, he's like, oh, you know what? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I should get that thing. Fuck.
Yeah.
Like, finally it matters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Where the fuck is Lana?
Fuck that dude. You can't even see his butt. His suit was covering his butt.
I assume that this guy, because Lana's gone, this is Alan's.
Yeah.
You know?
So what I thought was going on was Lana agreed to the match, but Rusev didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And so he was mad and maybe he fired Lana. That was my prediction.
He wouldn't fire Lana.
Why not?
I don't know. Maybe she missed her flight. Maybe she's really sick. Because there was no on-screen reason why she wasn't there.
I know, that's why I thought they were going to explain that.
No, so there's got to be a real reason why she wasn't there. Maybe she's shitting her pants all day.
That'd be funny.
It would be really funny.
But that guy had a bad Russian accent.
And I think they knew how bad it was because like the announcers started talking about it. They're like, he's from Texas. Yeah. Oh, I can hear it in his voice. Yeah. He's like, Rusev signed contract and we know say fuck you.
That was better than his.
And I was trying to do the worst Russian accent possible. So here's my question now. I'm hitting all my points. You can go ahead and hit one of yours if you like.
So this jumps towards the end though, but Cena holds up the contract. I missed him signing it.
No, they must have invited the TNA production team to help out tonight.
I did not see Rusev sign the contract.
I did not. No,
he holds it up, and I'm like, when did that happen?
He's like, I got this, and your ass is mine at WrestleMania.
Did he pull an Ambrose?
No, I think Rusev signed it when they were face to face. Like he did the eye contact sign, like "fuck you, I'm not afraid of you."
But that was bad.
Number one, I love that. Still, even after Cena put him to sleep and made him tap out, Rusev is still not a pussy heel. He's still a badass heel.
Absolutely.
To where he's telling John Cena right to his face, this fucking close, your country sucks, you suck, I'm going to murder you, I'm going to be murder.
Your country's parents are losers.
Yeah, which was you didn't understand at first.
I didn't. Well, like, what do you mean by our country's parents?
The founding fathers.
What about the mothers?
Why does it have to be gender specific?
You can't have a baby without a boy and a girl.
M1 Biggie Mac says, I think the legit reason is she is filming a movie or something.
Maybe.
You would think they would pick a better time than 2 weeks before WrestleMania to do that.
Yeah, true.
I think Dean, no, he must have done his movie already because they already killed his head with the cinder blocks a couple months ago.
What movie did he do?
I don't know. It's not out yet.
Was it a WWE picture?
Obviously.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Is it going to be good?
Here's what I want to know. So
Probably not.
Rusev signs the contract, but he says you're not getting the match. This contract is null and void. What the fuck is that? I just wrote down, what is the point?
Well, yeah, I don't get it. That he comes out to say he's not signing it and then just signs it.
Mm-hmm.
Like what happened that made him change his mind to sign it?
It could be Rusev being an asshole. Just like, I'll sign your contract. Fuck you. It means this to me. Like, I'm not going to fight you. That's so like that could be what he's doing.
I guess.
But what if John Cena shows up with a lawyer and it's just like, see, this is the shit. You fucked yourself. Bart says, I didn't really notice that. Good point about Rusev. The problem is this chat is a little bit behind, so I don't know what he's agreeing with me about.
The chat. I don't think the chat's behind. I just don't think
we're
saw
behind.
it.
Yeah,
like we didn't.
They're
see it
getting
from.
what we say a little after.
Yeah.
Coulter wants to know if Lana's movie is porn, and M1 Biggie Mac says he hopes so. I don't think it's porn.
Think so.
But Lana has like 100 naked pictures on the internet.
Yeah,
so if you want to see them, just fucking Google it. You know what I'm saying?
I show you, but this is YouTube, and I don't want them any.
What, do you have them saved on your phone?
No, but I know how to Google something.
Yeah.
I know how to Google boobs, man.
Yeah.
Shucker.
So we got the Fact Cats versus the Black Cats.
The new
again.
day.
I'm going to continue making black jokes about them, and it's not a knock against them being black. It's a knock against the WWE not knowing how to write fucking shit for black people.
Yeah.
I'm tired of it. It's bullshit. I'm going to complain about it every week until they have a fucking character that matters. It's dog shit.
Mm-hmm.
What Kofi Kingston right now is in this tag team as what? As a black guy who likes to wrestle. What was he before this? He was a Jamaican. What? A fucking black guy with an accent.
Right.
Give him something of worth to do.
Yeah.
Biggie is fucking great. I said Biggie fast, so it sounded like I was talking about Biggie Smalls. He's great too.
Big period E.
Do you think Big E Langston could pick up Biggie Smalls?
Probably.
He probably could. He's really strong. And by this point, Biggie is just a skeleton, so he weighs a lot less.
That's rude, but you got a point.
I thought it was funny.
Did you see Suge Knight running that dude over?
Yeah, that was fucked up. I watched it a bunch of times.
They blur it out, though, when he gets hit.
Well, they only blur out the guy who died.
Yeah. I bet his head got crushed.
They really shouldn't have blurred that out. I've watched way worse shit.
Well, it was TMZ, so they
Yeah.
can't really, you know.
Oh, Bart says Rusev being a badass non-pussy heel. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I love that. That's one of my favorite things about him because there are not really any heels like that on the fucking roster.
Too many.
Other than Brock Lesnar, and even then when he was feuding with the Big Show, I want to say last year, he would back down from the Big Show every night.
And he backed down from Taker before
and then
they fought.
When it came down to it, he beat
fucking
Big Show,
destroyed both of them.
But he beat Big Show, but he did it with a chair. So he kind of cheated to do it. He annihilated the Undertaker.
I mean, I have less of a problem with him using a chair than him showing it. Like him showing any fear is a problem.
Bart says Bobby Lashley is actually booked great and he's TNA champion. Well, people usually hate TNA, so
Yeah. Well, we're talking about WWE.
Yeah, I'm talking about how the WWE writes for black people. I'm not talking about pro wrestling in general. Because if you watch Ring of Honor, you got a guy like ACH who goes out and tears the fucking house down with AJ Styles. What's his character? It's that he's just really fucking good.
Yeah.
You know? He doesn't have to be a black something. He's just a dude. Just like AJ Styles is just a dude who's really good at something. Yeah. I'm going to keep complaining about this until something
fight
is
that.
You know what I mean?
Fight.
When Booker T was booked against Triple H at WrestleMania 2003, it became about how Booker he went to jail for armed robbery. And he came from a poor black family on the streets. And all this bullshit. Triple H is like, I'm going to send you back to that. Why couldn't it have been about, like, Booker T won the WCW World title, and he wants to win the WWE World title now, and he's better than Triple H? Why did it have to be about a fucking black thing? Every fucking time.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying? You know one way they did it right?
What?
When You don't know about this. In the mid-2000s, Booker T won the King of the Ring tournament,
Okay.
and he changed his name to King Booker. And he started talking this ridiculous way. He would wear a crown, hold a scepter, and wear a cape. And he would call himself King Booker. And it was the funniest goddamn thing. That was fantastic. That was really goddamn good. But we got off track now. Cesaro won this match by punching Kofi in the back.
Yeah, and pinned it.
Which drove me fucking crazy.
Yeah, I didn't get that at all. And then the Matadors, who were just there, beat up Kofi. Or did Kofi beat them up?
They threw Kofi in the ring to feed Cesaro.
Okay.
Like, look, we don't like these guys. Fuck them up.
Yeah.
But then after that, they had a secret weapon, which was that small bowl.
The ball.
You know what we discovered?
Boy.
You cannot say Boiler Yard Murray.
It's just boiler yard.
You can't say it.
It has nothing
You
to do with
still can't fucking say it.
boiler.
Why can't you say that?
I don't know.
Boiler Yard.
Boiler.
Boiler Yard Murray.
Boy.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Boiler Yard Murray.
Boiler yard Murray.
One more.
Boiler yard Murray.
3 in a row.
Boiler yard Murray.
Give me 3 fast.
I know.
You went out on top. That was smart. I wrote down fuck the Matadors. I don't like these guys. They're nothing. They've never meant anything.
No.
They were never relevant. Don't try to pretend they're relevant now because you need a fucking tag team for WrestleMania because you don't know how to build tag teams throughout the goddamn year.
Yeah, I would like.
Where is the Ascension?
The So you said the Usos were hurt, or one of them got injured?
Apparently one of them hurt their shoulder. They talked about it on Raw tonight too.
Okay.
And I don't think they would be telling us about it if it wasn't serious, so I expect them to be out of action for a while.
And you told me that, and I could not remember any other tag teams other than who was on TV.
We'll go down the list. I said, well, the Ascension.
The Ascension.
And you said
They haven't. We haven't seen them in a month.
I went back through my notes because I was like, no, they had to have done something last week and the week before, right? Nope, they didn't do shit.
They weren't on TV at all.
We haven't talked about them in weeks because they haven't been on TV in weeks.
And then the primetime players.
Primetime players who were in
haven't seen them in
the
weeks.
non-battle royal tonight for whatever fucking reason.
Oh yeah, I didn't even notice that because it was.
Which I don't even think we saw Darren
mess.
get eliminated. But yeah, the tag team division is a mess. With the Usos gone, who I don't like anyway, it's even more of a mess now. Because now there's not a credible team for them to face.
No.
The New Day could be extremely credible because they have an interchangeable fucking character. They have 3 guys and they're all good.
Yeah.
If they would just
was an Intercontinental champion.
Big E was Intercontinental champion. Kofi is like a 3-time Intercontinental champion. What the fuck is Consequence's name?
Xavier Woods.
Xavier Woods.
How do I know this?
I don't remember. I can't remember certain people's names. I still have trouble with fucking Kenta's name and Devitt. I don't know what either one of their fucking NXT names are.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not too familiar with all the NXT guys.
Hideo Kojima. Hideo Itami. Hideo Kojima is fucking Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah,
Itami is NXT. Anyway, I can't remember their goddamn names. I still call him fucking Kevin Steen.
Kevin Owens.
Yeah. But I default to that. And I'm not trying to be a fucking internet mark about it.
Yeah, no.
It's just I cannot get used to those names.
I think we've spent too much time
We have.
on this tag team.
Bring me to the next
I don't
one.
care about them. Now we go to back to the backstage.
Okay.
J&J and Rollins.
Yes.
J&J are mad at Seth Rollins. For similar reasons, and they walk out.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins is all by him lonesome.
Well,
He's by himself.
They didn't just walk out. What happened was Jamie is trying to say, had you listened to me, I saw this whole thing coming. We could have prevented this. Randy never would have beaten you up.
He's just too small to believe.
And so, he's the secret weapon of the Authority, though.
In his mind.
And so Seth slaps him. And he was just like, how dare you talk to me like that, you little shit. Or whatever he said to him. So let's pause that for 1 second because I think Bart has a point to make here. On the subject of Bobby Lashley, there was rumors that Vince wanted to make him the next big thing. But after he came back from his injury, he had a falling out with WWE for some reason. I believe the rumors were about Bobby Lashley's wife, Crystal Marshall. Either way, I don't care. I don't believe that Bobby Lashley was ever going to be the next big thing because he cannot talk on the microphone at all. Mm-hmm. He's terrible. And moving on. Let's get back to where we were. So JJ. Seth is like, I want to fire you, you're a dick. And he's like, you can't fire me, I quit.
Yeah.
Seth's like, I watched True Detective. And then Joey Mercury is like, I'm gonna go watch True Detective with him.
Yeah.
So they both leave. And Seth was like, you guys are boners. Like, now I'm all alone.
The cheese stands alone.
The only guys I have left are Triple H and Stephanie, who he's gonna talk to later, you see. I feel like shit.
You'll feel better.
Hopefully.
I hope so.
I'm gonna rest all day tomorrow, so you know what I'm saying? Battle Royal. I wrote down Battle Royal, but it wasn't really a Battle Royal. It was just a bunch of guys who decided to walk out to the ring. What happened next then? Because I missed a couple segments.
No.
Brock Lesnar segment.
Okay. That was before?
Yes.
Okay, because I forgot to write down that Battle Royal
That's okay.
thing.
It wasn't
So I got confused about where we were. Yeah, the Brock Lesnar promo. It was him on screen.
Yes.
So I know, like, don't people say he's not the greatest? He's not the greatest on the mic.
No.
That's
when
why
you give
Paul
him a
Heyman
live microphone,
speaks with him.
Brock tends to say things he shouldn't say or just say dumb shit.
Yeah. And that's why Paul Heyman and him work so well together. But when they do these live video packages, it's fucking awesome.
It's because they just let him be him.
Right. And there's not the pressure of the live crowd. There's not the pressure of, if he screws up, they can go back and do it again. But this was awesome. And then I remember months ago, it was when he was facing Cena for the first time for the title. I remember that was awesome. That was
I'm gonna leave him in a pile of piss and vomit and shit
and blood.
Yeah. Brock Lesnar is the only guy who can say fuck on WWE TV and they'll blur it out.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't even overdub and be like, can you say you're gonna mess him up?
Yeah.
Like, they just let him say, I'm gonna fuck Roman Reigns up, and they blocked it out. You didn't see his mouth when he said it.
But
we were seeing footage, but you know what the fuck he said. Which, god damn it, I love that. Just let the shit be real. TNA went through a phase where they let guys say whatever. Where, like, they'd be backstage. Like, this is when, like, around the time Jeff Hardy was a heel. And a lot of people hear Jeff Hardy, they're like, oh, he's a spot monkey. He was never that good.
Yeah.
Oh, he paints himself. Jeff Hardy as a heel when he was with Immortal in TNA was fucking awesome. He had this kind of, like, dark, almost like Marilyn Manson-esque character, which is awesome. Like, Bart is a big fan of Marilyn Manson and Jeff Hardy.
Yeah.
This was probably his fucking cum dream because it was like them wrapped together. Jeff Hardy would be wearing like a long overcoat, smoking a cigarette with like the belt over his shoulder. Just like he would just like throw the cigarette on the floor and like stamp it out and then get in the ring. And he'd be in the ring and he'd hit a guy with a chair and just talk about like, fuck that dude. Like, that fucking dude's and he would talk like that and they would just bleep it out.
That's awesome.
It was so cool.
That's
like,
so
TNA
cool.
went through this period of being really fucking raw. And it was awesome. I don't know if they do it anymore because I don't fucking watch it. But
yeah. I remember one time you flipped on TNA and one of the first things I noticed was just the way they filmed their backstage segments. They seemed like it was just like the style and editing was way different than the WWE.
There's always a thing with wrestling to where when you're watching wrestling and Triple H and Stephanie are like, now that everyone's gone, we need to figure this out. And it's like, do they not see the camera there? TNA would solve that by having the camera like through like curtains.
Right.
And you would be like Prish-Preed watching from the corner. And so the wrestlers didn't think they had to watch them out.
Right.
Which was a cool way of handling it.
I remember you flipped it on one time and there was one of these backstage segments and I don't remember who it was, but there was a dude sitting on a couch with a bottle of beer and there was a chick sitting next to him stroking the bottle of beer like this.
Sounds like James Storm.
Well, it could be.
James Storm was awesome. The last time I watched TNA, he was in some weird cult thing and he had all these followers because TNA is a piece of shit. Anyway, dude, TNA did this fucking angle with this chick, Winter, who was a WWE washout. She shows up in TNA like they all do. And she took this girl, Angelina Love, and like put her under a spell. And Angelina Love had this like stupid eye makeup that made her look kind of like evil or whatever.
Yeah.
And Winter kept making Angelina Love under the spell beat the shit out of her friend, whatever her fucking name is. And like it was the dumbest goddamn thing. It was like the stupidest Papa Shango bullshit, which I know you don't understand.
No, I do know who Papa Shango is. I saw the green, the troll juice coming out
of Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah.
Bart says Jeff Hardy used Tourniquet as his entrance theme as Willow back in Omega, which is fucking awesome. because Tourniquet is one of my favorite Marilyn Manson songs. You know that one?
I probably heard it, but I'm
Mhm.
not sure.
You
the
have.
title.
That's the weird one in the music video. He's kind of got on like a dress and he's in a fireplace, like kind of rocking.
I feel like
back.
that's every Marilyn Manson.
Yeah, kind of. That's kind of like how you can say, like, oh, it's that 9 Inch Nails video with the magnifying glass and the bugs, and it's like, isn't that all?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I pointed something out though during the Brock Lesnar promo.
Mhm.
They were talking about him being Taker, obviously, and they showed the footage.
Oh shit! I botched it.
Which is fucking awesome.
Double.
Because Tourniquet.
For the Danites who don't know, I need to have a separate window of the feed open so I can comment in the chat with you guys. But I clicked off screen and ruined it. You know what I'm saying?
But I was saying they were showing footage from WrestleMania where he beat Taker, and they were showing all the people in the crowd. And I've noticed that they never show the black guy anymore.
Yeah, Undertaker guy.
like
that guy, they don't show him anymore.
And I think the reason is
someone should gif us doing those things.
I think the reason is because like that was supposed to be like a really dramatic segment, and that's his face is kind of too comical. Yeah. So it's all like these really serious people, like.
Yeah, because they'd be showing that shit trying to elicit a response out of you.
Right.
But everyone's just like, yeah. And then he comes out like,
yeah,
it's that guy. You know what I'm saying? So from there, we got Heyman and Roman. Well, let's talk about the bullshit Battle Royal. There was a completely impromptu Battle Royal that meant absolutely nothing. It was a bunch of guys who decided to show up in the ring. The bell never rang. Everyone had got thrown out of the ring except Mark Henry, and the bell never rang. Like, his music played, but no one booked this.
Yeah,
everyone just decided.
They didn't tell us what was going on.
No.
They were just there.
And Mark Henry is back. Apparently, he showed back up on SmackDown. I kind of forgot he was gone. Like, I just forgot he was a thing. He gets speared through the barricade by Roman Reigns. I've said this before.
When did that happen?
On SmackDown.
Okay.
Nobody watches SmackDown.
I know.
Obviously. That's why they show all the replays like that.
Well, I remember seeing, like, red when they replay that, and SmackDown is blue. So I was confused. Like, when did this red show happen? You know what I'm saying?
So Roman speared Mark Henry through the barricade because he was there, I guess. I never want to see that spot again. Stop spearing people through the fucking wall. I've seen that spot like 47 goddamn times now.
Okay. What if they did it on a different wall?
No! No! I don't want anyone going through the goddamn barricade anymore. No one even thinks those are barricades anymore. They just think it's going to fall over if you sneeze at it.
Yeah. Like,
that goddamn thing always breaks. The first time I saw that, like, Goldberg speared some jabroni through it. And it was like, it might have been Jericho, not a jabroni. And it was like, that shit was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And then, like, a year later, they did it again. They're like, oh, that's that shit Goldberg did. Now they do it, like, every 2 months when they need someone to look cool or someone to get fucked up for a minute.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And, like, the first time they did it, Goldberg speared someone through the wall, and they, like, sectioned it off with police line. And they would show it throughout the night, like, can you believe that shit happened? Now it's just like, they broke the wall again. And it's a complete non-issue. No. What if one night they broke the wall, and then the entire arena flooded through that hole?
The people?
And they got in the ring like that old ECW show. They were jumping around, and they broke the ring. And then Brock Lesnar came out and murdered all of them.
I don't know. That'd be fucking weird.
What would be awesome?
What would be the point?
Just be fucking cool.
Okay.
Bart says Rhino gored Abyss through some shack in TNA in 2006. He says it was cool, but it wasn't. If you see it, it's literally like aluminum siding from floor to ceiling,
really? And
he spears them, and it just bends because it's just aluminum.
Yeah,
and it's just like 3 pieces of it that are like draped over each other, and go back and watch Chris Bart, whatever the fuck you're going by. Go back and watch it again. It looks like dog shit.
I figured it would be like wood, like cheap wood, and it would crack and shatter all over.
Nope, aluminum siding.
Wood would be cool
because TNA.
But like rotted wood, so it's not too hurtful.
Heyman's got a promo to cut, and he's gonna cut it,
of course.
It
was good.
Tell me about it.
I didn't really write anything down because it was kind of. He's been coming out every single week, and he's been killing it
as he does
always. This one. Kinda, it was good. I mean, it was great stuff. He can cut a promo like nobody else. He's amazing. But this one kind of seemed like just rehashing the same points. Yeah. Oh, Roman Reigns can't beat Brock Lesnar. No one can beat Brock Lesnar. You could have beat other people, but not Brock. You know, it's just. I don't know. It was kind of a little redundant at this point.
I was talking shit on that TNA spot. Bart says he was 10 when that happened, and Coulter was 7. I don't remember when that was, but I think that was like 2006. So if that's the math there, you guys just made me feel old as fuck.
That makes sense. If it was 2006.
Oh my goodness. Anyway. So Roman comes out, and he's just like, Paul Heyman keeps talking all this shit.
Yes, Roman.
He's got a t-shirt that says, I can, I will. That's what it said, right?
I think so.
Unfortunately, cover your ears if you don't like spoilers. The WWE does not print t-shirts if it's not going to lead to something.
Right.
This t-shirt is a spoiler that Roman Reigns wins at WrestleMania. This t-shirt is the spoiler that Punk had the night he came out at Money in the Bank 2011. The night he was leaving with the title. He came out with a new t-shirt on.
Yeah.
What the fuck would they have made millions of new shirts for if it wasn't where they were going with this? I remember someone online said as soon as they saw that shirt, they were like, fuck, dude, Punk wins. Look at his fucking shirt. Like, that's a new shirt. Yeah. It has the date on the back of it. Like, remember this. Obviously, this is where we're going. You know how effective that is? I bought the goddamn shirt. Yeah. I bought it at a live show. It was really fun. For the Dan-ins who don't know, later on, the show, you know, when Punk on the Cabana podcast was complaining, Ryback pressed him off the stage and threw him through the table, but he missed the table and he hurt Punk. Yeah, right. I was at that show.
Really?
And when Ryback threw him, I said to the two guys next to me, I was like, fuck, dude, he totally missed the table. Like, yeah, that was not good. He just hit the goddamn floor. And then Punk on the podcast was like, how do you miss that fucking...
Yeah, the table is huge.
Dumb fuck. I'm dumb as fuck. I'm sorry.
Remember somebody dubbed that as his music? That's funny. That shit's funny, man.
Here's the other thing, is Roman was pretty good on the mic tonight.
He was.
They fixed months ago him coming out being Cena light with fucking goofy jokes. He comes out now, he says what he's feeling, and he's basically over it.
Right.
The thing I had tonight, I went on the message board where I posted the link to let all those wrestling fans know if they want to come hang out in the chat to do it. We'll be live. It'll be fun. And while I was in there, I saw one of the dumbest goddamn posts I've ever seen. Someone said, like, I guess they were muting crowd noise again. You can't fucking do that live.
No.
Like, how do you think they're muting crowd noise live? Like, they're muting the crowd noise. What are they doing? They're just turning Roman's mic louder? They weren't muting it because you could hear, like, maybe 100 people in the whole arena chanting Daniel, Bryan.
Right.
They were drowned out by people popping for Roman on the microphone. It's just reality. Like, Bryan might be the internet guy, and he's not just the internet guy because we both like him too. We have a lot of people who do like him. Captain McKay is an internet wrestling fan. He does not like Daniel Bryan, but not that he's a big fan of Roman Reigns. I'm just saying it's not a conspiracy that not everyone was chanting for Daniel Bryan. I think a lot of people are over it. You know, not over Daniel Bryan, but they've kind of like settled into, okay, we're getting Reigns versus Lesnar.
Yeah.
Why would we fucking complain this whole time? Like, they're going to have this match. It's probably going to be pretty good.
Yeah.
I think Brock Lesnar going to have a good match with that fucking lamp sitting there.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
I did see one sign that said, when it rains, it pours.
That's a really good sign.
Yeah.
Is that a nominee for sign of the week?
Could be.
I like it.
I didn't see a ton of great ones tonight. It was kind of a weak sign night.
It really was. Yeah. It definitely was. So, from here.
The six-man tag team?
Sure was. It was Bryan, Ziggler,
and
Dean versus Barrett,
Stardust,
and Harper. And
I
almost called him Ron Killings again. Truth comes out with the Intercontinental title meat clamped to the back of his chest.
And he's walking like a crab.
Hold on. Bart says that was me. I only said it because everyone else kept asking, so I asked, are they muting crowd noise? It was not you. I read it from someone else. I know you're in this chat. If I read that post and it was from you, I would have called you out and said that was dumb. Come on the show live so we can talk about it. I wouldn't have just trashed you in front of everybody. It was somebody else. Yeah. I'm glad you're here, by the way.
We're glad you're all here.
Yeah.
We love everybody.
See, what he's saying is everyone said it was being muted. I was talking about one of those everyone, and I didn't know how it would be muted. Well, I didn't believe it was anyway. So you're on the same side as me.
Yeah.
You're smart enough to know that you can't fucking do that live. And if you can, it's some fucking black voodoo magic Papa Shango shit that I don't know.
I guess you could like put in like more cheers.
They wouldn't be able to time that.
Why would they mute Roman Reigns cheers?
No, I think they meant they were muting the Daniel Bryan chants, so
Oh,
Roman
okay.
would be able to talk uninterrupted.
I see.
But-
I just thought they were saying it's like, why would they mute? Anyways, whatever. R-Truth comes out with the title clamped to his back, and he's walking like a crab so no one sees he has it.
Yeah.
Which
Which was hilarious.
yeah, it was awesome. I thought this was a good match.
I thought it was a good match, and I thought that was a good bit with it being clamped to his back, because I've been watching wrestling probably since 96, 97. I've seen everything.
Never seen that.
I've never seen that.
Yeah.
That was fucking funny.
I think I've talked about this, but I love the them stealing the belt back.
I love that, and I love Truth doing the deny till you die.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Truth, we have you on videotape. That wasn't me. We watched you take it.
Yeah. Truth is really good.
He is.
Before this, I thought Truth to me was just like a jobber because they never used him. He would only come out as to lose to somebody,
which you're not wrong about. When they run out of things for him to do.
So I'm glad to see that he's getting an actual title and he's getting a lot of screen time, because before honestly before this I had no interest in him, but now I'm seeing that he's actually a talented guy, at least on the microphone.
Truth has main evented pay-per-views against Cena for the world title.
Really?
Yeah.
Did he beat him?
No. Hell no. They had a pretty okay match though, and then they main evented a pay-per-view that had I think it, as far as I remember, I'm kind of don't remember much about this time, but I think he and Miz and Morrison, something fucking weird happened where they beat the shit out of a bunch of guys and basically tore the ring apart, and the pay-per-view ended with them being handcuffed and arrested, and they made it seem like it was real shit. It was fucked up. The details are very hazy because nothing much came of that other than a Cena wins sort of situation.
Yeah.
Speaking of Cena wins, for the Danans who don't know, I think I may have said this at the beginning of the show, but one of my favorite Dan-Dans in the whole wide world, I'd like to think he's a Dan-Dan, Max Landis, put out a video today called Wrestling Isn't Wrestling. And if you haven't watched it, Max Landis describes what it's like to be a wrestling fan better than anyone ever has in the history of anything. He chronicles the entire history of Triple H from the beginning to basically where we are right now. And you need to watch it. You need to share it on Twitter. And I love that guy. And it's not monetized. It's not for anything. He's not making money off of it. He does it because this is a passion project. Dude is writing and directing 5 major Hollywood movies this year. This was a passion project. This is what he's been working on for the past 6 months. Yeah. And I just love that, and go support it.
It's 5 stars.
Yeah, and go watch Death and Return of Superman.
Excellent. All the wrestlers are played by hot chicks, too.
Yes.
So.
Except China, played by a dude.
Yeah. Well, I said Stephanie was played by a chick, and I said Stephanie should have been a dude.
Yeah.
But
Bart says, did you not see 2011 R-Truth? That was gold. I really didn't, because I wasn't watching wrestling much at that time, because I thought the product was dog shit.
Mm-hmm. Do you know
I
why
feel like
he
my
was
voice
good?
is starting to go.
Yeah.
I feel like shit. Did I tell you that?
Yeah, you did. Do you know why R-Truth was the shit in 2011?
He was just really entertaining. He was the shit in TNA, too.
So who do you think is gonna win this 7? It's 7 men in the match.
Daniel just showed up and says, "Little Jimmy."
What's up, Daniel?
Yeah.
Who do you think is gonna win the title?
Daniel's gonna win.
Daniel for president.
No. Daniel would not be a good president. He doesn't like the Lion King. I actually think.
Fuck you.
One of my things that I think is gonna happen is I think there's a good chance Barrett wins the ladder match.
Really?
Because I kind of see it as being the Edge and Christian scenario from 2000 in the TLC match. I said this before.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I said this while we were watching Raw. Is they had this situation where they were like, oh, the Hardys might beat us. Fuck no, we're not wrestling those guys. Oh shit, the Dudleys might beat us. There's no way in hell we are facing those guys.
Yeah.
So then Mick Foley is like, you know what's funny? You're going to face the Hardys and the Dudleys. And you're going to have all these weapons that they're way better than you with. And then Edge and Christian won.
Right.
Which is just, it's fucking brilliant that they would wind up winning. Because the other 2 guys were so dead set on winning that they took these fucking stupid risks to be able to win.
Right.
And Edge and Christian, by sitting in the corner and kind of be like, oh, guys, just leave us alone.
Yeah.
The carnage was fucking all happened, and they were just like, oh, let's just go get those fucking.
Yeah. That's brilliant.
What a match that is. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
dude. Yeah, those were 2 of the first matches you showed me on the WWE Network, and goddamn.
I think Bad News Barrett has a really good chance of retaining the title. And if he doesn't win, I think the only other logical guy you can go with is Brian.
Yeah.
Just because it'll shut the internet up for now.
And it would make that title really important.
You know what, though? It won't shut the internet up because a lot of the internet fans don't realize that the thing about Daniel Bryan.
That wrestling isn't real.
No. Let's talk about Daniel Bryan. Wrestling isn't wrestling, by the way.
It's not real either.
You too. The thing about Daniel Bryan is, Daniel Bryan, what are you doing?
I'm fucking...
Are you Don Vito? The thing about Daniel Bryan is the whole idea about loving Daniel Bryan is you love this guy being on the chase to the world title. If this guy who his whole thing is he's built on like, I can do it. I know I can do it. If he does it, what's he doing now?
Right.
The whole thing is you love this guy because he's an underdog, because you know he can do it. Fuck, he was so close. You know he can do it. God damn, that guy screwed him over. He did it. Fuck, they took the belt away from him. He's going to get it back, though. Oh, he almost got it. Why do you keep fucking him over? That's the drama that makes people love Daniel Bryan. Take that all away, and he's just a fucking... He's a great wrestler.
Right.
You know who was a great wrestler? Chris Benoit. You know what happened to Chris Benoit? He lost the title to Randy Orton. People were like, oh, you know what? Randy Orton's pretty fucking cool, though.
Yeah.
You know? And then people were just, Chris Benoit will be fine in the mid-card. Daniel Bryan needs that chase. He needs to be the guy who's gunning for the title the whole time.
Right. And the thing is, it's like...
End rant.
Well, no, I agree. And I like...
Oh, boy.
Like, Daniel Bryan, since he's not getting a title shot at WrestleMania, like, it's a logical thing for him. Well, what else can I go after? Why just wrestle to wrestle when I can go after a title? If I get the Intercontinental title, I feel like I fucked that word up.
Intercontinental. You just weren't hitting any of the T's. Intercontinental.
Yeah.
It's not inside of continents.
I said it's quickly.
I understand.
It makes sense for him to want to chase that title if he can't get this one. That's like they say, that's a stepping stone. And obviously Bryan's already had the world title, but maybe he thinks that can get him back.
Yeah. Not only that, but he can look at it. This is all kayfabe wise, obviously. He can look at it as, I'm going to get that title and I'm going to elevate it to the point that Roman Reigns is going to want my belt.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't have to be about bullshit. We've talked about this enough. You know what I mean?
System?
No.
TNA Jeff Hardy?
Bart. System's not here tonight.
Okay. I have such a hard time keeping everybody's name straight because you guys change them.
I would too if I never posted on the board.
I read the board.
Boom.
I'm
just playing. Go ahead. Fine. Fuck you. I'll read it. He says there's only 7 men announced. I think Sheamus is returning and either winning it or screwing Daniel Bryan. It's kind of hard to screw someone over in a ladder match. Like, I guess you can come out and he can brogue kick the ladder over.
But if you so he's saying he's not going to be in the match. But
he's saying he might be in the match. He could be like a surprise entrant.
Like, if he's in the match, you can't screw anybody over because you're trying to win.
But he might not be in the match.
That's what I'm saying.
And Bryan could be this close, and Sheamus could come out and fuck him over, which leads to Bad News Barrett winning the title, who then can feud with any of the other fucking 6 guys that were there.
And then what, Sheamus and Bryan?
Sheamus gets tied up with Bryan. Yeah. Which I don't want to fucking see. I don't want to see Sheamus at all. Sheamus, I know you're watching. No disrespect to you, sir. You're a talented in-ring individual, but you don't do much for me. I'd rather watch a Dolph Ziggler match.
Oh, I mean, come on.
Coulter says that'd be great. I don't remember what he's talking about.
I think maybe
they should make Intercontinental literal and have Bryan go wrestle Styles and some shit. Should they? No. It doesn't make sense business-wise. But would it be awesome? Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, it would be awesome. Like when Punk said he was going to win the WWE title and go defend it in New Japan. Or he's going to defend it in Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
That was fucking cool. When AJ Styles won the TNA title and took it hostage because they just copied and pasted the fucking Punk storyline. AJ was like, I'm going to go do it over here. And I think he did wrestle at a couple other shows. But then TNA'd the whole thing and they fucked it up and they had AJ Styles just lose the belt on TV and that was him being written off. But, that boy Steve Schneider, a.k.a. Folkland, just texted me.
What's he talking about?
He says, how was Raw Talks? It was good and it still is.
Yeah.
Because we're not done yet.
It's not over yet.
We've been going about an hour, so we should
all right,
wrap this shit up.
So Bray Wyatt, He had a promo calling out the Undertaker.
I love the line, "The man comes around."
Yeah.
Last week it was a little weird, but just like the man comes around, I came.
Oh,
That was weird. I feel like you oversold that.
that's my thing, dog.
I think every one of Bray's promos, maybe not everyone, maybe this was special because it's the only time that they've done it that I can remember. Having ambient music in the background while Bray is talking his nonsense, I loved it.
Yeah, it's
I
cool.
thought it was really cool. It gave character to it.
I like the red urn.
The red urn was very cool.
It's very cool.
It kind of looked like the Flash.
Yeah, with the gold,
Mm-hmm.
the gold trim.
There was weird runes carved into it, which they're never going to explain, just like they're never going to explain who Abigail is.
It's just design.
Yeah,
they should never. I agree though. They shouldn't explain too much of his backstory.
well, Coulter says, "What the fuck kind of laugh was that?" Can you recreate it?
I don't remember what I did.
You tried to. You were going to. I feel like I'm gonna pass out, kind of.
All right, well, let's get it going so you can go to sleep.
I don't want to go to sleep. I'm kind of.
Don't die.
I'm like dizzy. Bray Wyatt has to win this fucking match.
He's gotta.
And he's not going to. But he needs to fucking win because the whole time, you're an old man. You're the old face of fear. I'm the new face of fear.
It's gonna put. Yeah.
It's the Larry Holmes, Muhammad Ali situation. If I win, I beat an old man. If I lost to an old man.
Right.
I think I said this shit last week.
We talked about it before.
Like, God damn it. They're booking themselves in a corner. Like, lesson 1 in promo class is don't run down your opponent. Because if you lose to a guy who you say sucks, you just lost to a guy who sucks. You got to say, I know you're dangerous. I know you can get me, but I'm going to get to you first. So then you took down an assassin.
Yeah. And like, I feel like if Bray wins, I still think it would be that, like, it would help him. It would. There's still, even though he lost, even though he's old, I think there is still a little bit of a mystique there to beating Undertaker at WrestleMania. Where if he loses, it's just, it looks.
It's not really even, there isn't. It's not beating The Undertaker at WrestleMania. Now it's just beating The Undertaker. Because when he only wrestles at WrestleMania, it's not special. You know what I mean? Because then you're just beating The Undertaker. Like, Undertaker lost on Raw a bunch of times. He lost at Judgment Day a bunch of times. He lost at Backlash a bunch of times. He never lost at WrestleMania.
Right.
You know? So, for him to only wrestle at WrestleMania, now it's just the only time. So now he can just never lose? Like, that's another thing that really, it makes the WrestleMania thing less special.
But he is wrestling at WrestleMania.
That's what I'm saying. He's only wrestling at WrestleMania.
I know.
So what are you saying?
I don't know.
I don't either.
I'm a little lost.
Bray Wyatt has to win this match. He's not going to win this match. Bart says Wyatt has a new shirt too, like Reigns. So that might say something. Yeah, that says that Bray Wyatt is going to be here after WrestleMania, and The Undertaker's not. And Bray Wyatt's going to need something to carry him. If the only thing I can possibly see them doing to help Bray with this is he loses to The Undertaker. He comes out the next night on Raw, and he loves it. He loves that he lost to The Undertaker.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, if there's one guy who can bring The Undertaker back, it was going to be me.
Exactly.
I have the power over The Undertaker to make him what he once was. He can spin it on any fucking web he wants to because he's a weird Spider-Man.
Well, I think that's a very big strength with Bray Wyatt, is he never is going to care if he loses because he always has a motive other than I'm going to beat you.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't, like, that's not why he cares about, like, that's not his priority, is winning a wrestling.
Yeah. He wanted to make John Cena get rid of his ideals and his morals.
Yeah.
He wanted to, I don't know what the fuck he was trying to do with Dean Ambrose. Do you?
Nope.
It really didn't do anything.
Nope.
They had a bunch of garbage matches.
Yeah.
That was really disappointing because I know those guys are capable of better, and we've seen them deliver better. But
he feuded with Chris Jericho,
which was cool because Jericho didn't he go over at SummerSlam, and we were both like, "Whoa!" Which was fucking awesome. And then Bray won the next two, which was cool.
Yeah, which is the way it should have been. I like. Yeah. What was the point of that? What was their deal?
Jericho and Wyatt?
Yeah, did they have an angle?
Jericho came back and then Wyatt came out and beat him up for some reason.
I feel like, wasn't it like, because Bray has this like he has like a god complex, and
exactly.
He thinks he's
great way of wording it.
Like, you know, he kind of, in his story, he thinks he is the good guy, you know. Sort of. It kind of goes back and forth, I kind of think.
And
Like, by calling yourself the face of fear, I don't know that you think you're doing good things, but sometimes the way he talks in his promos, I think he does. But I don't know where I was going with this. It was something about Jericho that, like, I remember him saying, maybe he was on Jericho's podcast. And
in character.
And I remember it was something like, you know, you're coming back and like you think like you're gonna be these people's hero, but I'm gonna be around. You know, you're gonna go and play with your band, but I'm gonna be here. You know, and I'm gonna be the savior of
It didn't mean anything.
the children.
Is that where they are?
You know what that means?
Let me write children in your hand. And then you got to show the camera.
Yeah, but you wrote it wrong.
No, I didn't. You got dumb hands. You got to find a way to turn.
That's never gonna work.
That's on you.
Yeah, now that's upside down.
You got to get that off your hands now. That's the funny part.
Dude, permanent. Everyone makes a big deal about permanent marker.
I
on the
don't.
skin.
Look, I'll draw on my hands all
It
day.
comes off super easily.
Yeah. Except like this. Like, I could never get these off.
Well, that's ink.
No, that's just Sharpie.
That's
dog.
embedded.
The thing with The Undertaker... What? The thing with The Undertaker is, and the whole Bray Wyatt thing, is I still wish they handled this angle the way I originally thought they might. Is Bray Wyatt, and I've said this before, so I'll do bullet points because I don't want to repeat myself for the people who watch every week, is...
What is that?
Coulter is quoting American Movie, which makes me so happy.
Oh, yeah.
But the thing, I wanted Bray to be like, the dead man is gone. We need the dead man back. What is this place without the dead man? Like, come back, blah, blah, blah. Come, I will be your sacrificial lamb. I'm willing to take, like, the beating it takes to bring the dead man back into this universe. Like, Bray doesn't even want to win. He just wants that sadistic phenom that we've always had. But now it's just like, you're dead and gone, and I'm the new face of fear. And when you come back, I'll prove it. You'll just go back home.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is this angle?
But maybe like if he loses, that then he'll be like, oh, everything I said was just to provoke you because I wanted you.
Well, that's what I said. He could just do the whole thing of just like, if anyone could do it, it was me.
Yeah.
But we spent too much time on this now.
Main event.
Orton versus Rollins.
It was a big goof. Nobody really hates Seth Rollins. They're all still friends. They're all still hanging
Randy
together.
still hates Seth Rollins.
Yeah, but the bad guys that were on a team before, they are still friends. They all come out together. Authority, the two small boys.
I called this earlier in the night.
You did.
As soon as Big Show and Kane were like, fuck you, we're not in your corner, I was like, this is all bullshit.
Yeah.
I've seen this shit a million times. Everyone gets back together tonight and they beat the shit out of Randy Orton. I did not call Sting coming out until the Authority was on the ramp. And I was like, oh, fuck. Like, they are gonna beat the shit out of him. But seeing it there was just like, this is not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like, when I thought about it in my head, it was like, that's what's gonna happen. But seeing it, it was like, no, Sting's coming. Sting's gonna make the save. And they did it, and it was so fucking awesome.
The crowd knew too.
They did, and like, it makes me so happy in 2015 to hear an entire arena chanting Sting, hearing little kids chanting Sting, seeing kids holding Sting masks. That's so important, because if Sting showed up and he didn't click with any of these kids, and Sting was just a thing of the past, and these kids were just like, who's this old man?
Yeah.
With a white face.
That would be really disappointing.
That would be not only disappointing, but it would break my fucking heart. But before there was any hint for Sting to show up, and everyone's going, Sting, we want Sting, blah, blah, blah. And then he shows up, and then he cleans fucking house, which was fantastic. And then they're all chanting Sting, Sting, Sting instead of Randy Orton or whatever. It made me so fucking happy.
Yeah.
A little detail I noticed was Sting took his jacket off and threw it at Triple H, and Triple H caught it.
Really?
Yeah. As it was flying at him, he caught it by the sleeve and set it down next to him.
I just think, like, what is Sting's finisher?
Scorpion Death Drop and the Scorpion Death Lock.
Okay. So he gave the Scorpion Death Drop to
the secret weapon, Jamie Noble.
And I just think, like, that's going to be so cool.
to get Scorpion Death Drop.
Yeah.
When I was on that message board plugging the link one more time, telling all the I just wrote Rock'em Sock'em on my hand for some reason. Telling everyone if you want to come chat about wrestling, come by the show. We take questions, we interact with everybody. It's all fun. We're all a community. We're all friends. I kind of stumbled on community there a little bit, but you let it slide.
I said comedian.
No,
we're all comedians.
We're all comedians.
Like, what
no,
the fuck?
far from it. Someone said some shit about, like, did you see Orton's face when the lights came back on? And it was like, Orton's got to be marking out, being next to Sting, cleaning the ring with Sting. Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That was so cool. If you rated Raw segments out of 10, this segment was a perfect 10. Because I don't think everyone in that arena saw the turnaround. It was all a ruse coming.
Yeah.
And after that, I don't think a lot of people saw the Sting shit coming until the Authority was approaching Orton. And they just saw how outnumbered he was. And they were like, by this time, it's been built into our brains when someone is outnumbered and they've got this bullshit against them and Triple H is leading the charge, who cleans house? The fucking vigilante shows up. Because he does not allow this sort of injustice.
No.
You know what I mean? God damn.
And
I
we only
love
have a
this
couple weeks.
segment. This was the perfect way to end Raw. They didn't have to have a fucking 3-minute recap of what's happened with Triple H and Sting, and we didn't need a 10-minute segment on Triple H and Sting.
Right.
Triple H and Sting wasn't even a thing tonight until the last 2 minutes of the show, and it stole the show.
Mm-hmm.
The title of this video is Sting Saves Orton. And if I go to WWE.com right now, I bet their headline is something along those lines. I'll check it right now. Tell me your thoughts on this fucking closing thing.
Oh, I agree 100%.
I kind of ran away with it there.
No, it's okay. It's all right.
Sting and the Viper clean house. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It was, and like, the way I pictured in my head was everyone would get in the ring, beat up Orton, and then Sting would come out, like as he was getting beat up. But he didn't even allow them to get in the ring.
Pause for 1 second. Bart says, I would have been surprised for Sting if that douche hadn't spoiled it on WFigs. How could someone spoil it?
They didn't know.
Were you behind, or did this leak earlier today?
Oh, I don't know.
When I'm trying to watch something that has not happened yet or whatever, I don't go on a fucking website.
Don't go on WFigs if you don't want it spoiled.
Yeah, Coulter, you're talking about the spoilers too. Clue me in. Was this spoiled earlier today? And if it was, if Raw's happening tonight. But see, the thing is that these guys like to go on the fucking message board and they all talk about it as it's happening.
Yeah,
and if someone spoils it in the live chat, that's a dickhead move.
That's
and I'm on your side there.
Yeah.
But either way, you kind of don't belong there.
True. But I can understand like why you would want to be online.
Someone on a different forum yelled at me when I posted the first Raw Talks because it was like, someone does this, and he was like, whoa, bro, spoilers.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, well, first of all, the rules of this whole board say don't say shit that happened within 12 hours. I waited 2 days and I posted it. And not only that, but he pulled some other bullshit. But I'm like, if I have not seen Interstellar and I'm excited to see it, I'm not going to go on interstellarmessageboard.com.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm not going to be around that. Bart says he put it in the title. It leaked earlier today, and he put in the title Sting backstage. That's some bullshit. He shouldn't have done that. That is major bullshit. You kind of still don't belong on the wrestling message board, though, when the wrestling is happening tonight. Coulter says, I read it on Wrestling Inc. last night. Stay off the spoiler sites. I don't go to the spoiler sites anymore because now that I actually watch, I don't want to know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
You know how many fucking headlines I saw that said, 3 confirmed legends for the Royal Rumble. And then I scrolled past them because I happened to see them in passing and I don't want to know.
No, yeah, dude, that like when fucking like this year you read that?
Mm-hmm.
You saw that?
Yeah, I could have probably had the DDP thing spoiled for me.
Or
Jake the Snake.
No, wait.
He was in it, right?
No, I don't think so.
He was on a Raw.
No, what's it? Why can't I think of his name? Dudley.
Oh, Bubba Ray.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody knew about that. I think they kept that under wraps.
That was so cool.
It was fucking awesome. Yeah, this was I enjoyed this Raw. Okay, hold on 1 second. I think it was last week's Raw. I enjoyed it. What did you think about it?
I did too.
When I went on
last week's was
I
good.
went on the one message board, there was like 3 threads, like worst Raw of all time. I didn't feel that way at all.
I don't. Yeah,
I have felt that way before, but it most certainly wasn't last week. It hasn't happened since we've started this show.
What was the big takeaway that happened? Oh, Orton turned face fight like officially.
Mm-hmm.
That was the big thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a good memory when it comes to like Raw segments,
Mhm.
but
Either way, that's in the past.
I know it wasn't bad.
Match of the night tonight. I'd go with the 6-man tag.
Yeah,
I thought it was fun.
I'd agree.
Sign of the night. Signs kind of suck
Yeah.
tonight. Iowa did not come out with good signs.
I'm not gonna give a mediocre sign of the night award
Mm-mm.
because the pool was shitty.
I think I saw one that said like hashtag you're a turd,
That was
which
funny.
I'm gonna give that sign of the night. You had one earlier that we enjoyed.
I said Reigns is a bore, but I don't like that because I like Roman Reigns. But I like the cleverness.
Yeah,
So props to you. You know,
I feel like cleverity should be a word, like the cleverness of it. Like the
I like
cleverity.
that. It sounds sexy.
I like that.
I like that.
Nobody knows we're referencing Garth Brooks.
It's okay.
That was a weird Steve Brule.
No, it wasn't.
We've gone a little long here. Let's wrap this shit up. Dan Nance, we do the 616 Entertainment Podcast every week. New episodes go up on Wednesday. We're going to start a Let's Play series that's going up this fucking Friday. So if you want to see me versus the artist in a best of 5 series on the UFC video game, it's in the can. It's ready to go. It's going up on Friday. Be excited. We're doing it every Friday from here on out. So that's going to be fun. What Game Are You Gaming podcast is coming soon. There's a lot of balls in the air. There's a lot of balls in his mouth. There's a lot of things that are going on right now.
The
You know what I'm saying?
fuck?
Where can the Dan Nance follow you on Twitter?
Fuck you. I'm not talking to you anymore. @artist_616. Don't follow this man.
If you can follow me if you want to, but you don't have to. If you want to, you can follow me @IDS616. I'm going to give him a little clip from the Let's Play, okay?
Oh,
This is from 2 weeks
I
from
didn't
now.
see- I really
We
like
played
that.
WWE 2K15, and one of the funniest goddamn things happened. Here's just a little clip.
He barely even touched the fucking thing. That was like, when I was a kid, I didn't really know the difference. What the fuck? Dude, he totally knows something. Right in the... That reference, he's no selling the fucking stairs.
It was a little blurry, but you could see. You tried to throw the steps in the ring, and you fucking hit the referee.
I threw. I did. I hit him.
It was pretty good. I thought it was good. So we got all these things going on. We love you, Dan Nance. We do this every week after Raw. Make sure you join us. I kind of feel like I'm going to pass out, and I feel like shit. So I'm probably going to call it a night after we end this show. What are your plans?
I think I'm gonna head home.
Are you going to skedaddle, and get the fuck out of Dodge?
I'm gonna share this episode of Raw Talk.
You know what the best thing is, though? The outro.
Hey, Mike, make sure everyone has brown gloves. Does everyone have brown gloves? Dude.
It's not stopped, but I feel like shit. You know what I mean? It's still not stopped. But that's
What?
fine.
Do you gotta click again?
Yeah, but now I just feel like the whole bit is ruined. You know what? Because that didn't work, we need to have a new outro.
Yeah, no. She's into the little boys. I don't know if she's seeing them. She needs to get herself a real man.